Hey, how you doing? George back here again, and I started this week out with a question, which was all about how to go about getting into schools and doing more speaking and presenting in schools. Following on from a day I spent, or an afternoon rather, I spent last week presenting a couple of movement and mindfulness sessions for some primary kids at my children's school. Um, and kind of the point really was that I often have these things. Oh, I wonder how you go about doing that, but I never actually do anything about it. So this week I determined that I was going to find some answers, and I was going to do it by asking questions. So I did exactly that. Beginning of the week, I fired off an email to the PE coordinator at my kid's school, and she was good enough to get back to me with some information. Anyway, it turns out that primary education this year have had their budget doubled for PE. Now there are certain boxes they have to tick, and it has to be within the national curriculum, etc., etc. But the good news is that there seems to be some money floating around to bring in external people. Now, she did say that it depends on what you want to do, whether it's coming in and doing, certainly if you want to be doing regular after school clubs and sessions, then you need to be certain, I have to have certain boxes ticked. It's not what I want to be doing. I do want to be going in and actually delivering kind of one-off, maybe a program of different sessions, but certainly not on a weekly basis, as I used to do with boot camps and personal training and so on. So that was that. So that's kind of interesting, and I know I've followed up with some more questions for her as well, because I don't think it might be that she can help me with some more. So I've followed up with some asking for some more information. She also said she didn't have any idea at all how it works with secondary, but I've since also thought of a couple of people that I could ask in this field as to how it works. What sort of funding there was available, what how it works. Do people, do schools, comprehensive secondary schools, grammar schools, private schools, do they bring people in? Do they have it as a regular thing? Is it done on a school by school basis? Where does the budget come from? Is it in the PE department? Is it in developing key skills? Where is it? I've got all these questions. I have no idea. There must be a way of finding out the answers though. So I'm going to continue on my little mission for this question. It's only Wednesday, so I've got a couple more days left of the week before we get into the weekend to find some of these answers. Hopefully, my helpful PE coordinator at my kids' school will come back to me with some more info as well. I've also asked her to introduce me to other local PE coordinators or other coordinators at other local schools, because I'd like to find out from them what sort of things that they're doing as well. I think this is going to be, working in schools isn't just, I'm not looking at thinking, oh great, there's a potential customers there, lots of potential bookings. It's for me, working in schools. Certainly now I've got kids of my own. I kind of look at them and think, my goodness, if I could teach in schools some of the things that I teach to grown-ups, I know from them, from adults that I work with, how much they would have valued this stuff when they were kids. And I've got this opportunity where I can share that. So I want to really see what difference I can make by getting into schools and sharing this message, but doing it in a way that fulfills me, but also is viable, economically viable, which means much as I love to do free stuff for the school where my children go. If I'm going to make this into a business, then it needs to be something that I'm getting paid for. So I need to figure out how that side of things works as well. So making progress, not quite there yet with that, but making progress. We're back again tomorrow, hopefully with another update. Bye for now.